Taiwan really loves coffee, but the best kept secret of the latte is actually the coffee grounds. A cup of coffee only uses 2% of the coffee bean, and the leftovers can be used in all kinds of ways.
A group of cafes in Linkou, New Taipei, is starting a movement to recycle that 98%, giving their customers a free gift at the end of their coffee break. And when the grounds are combined with the offcuts from a fishmonger, they create a great fertilizer. Let's take a look at this example of a circular economy in our Sunday special report.
Many Taiwanese people are used to a coffee a day. Extrapolating from official coffee bean import figures for 2015, more than 2.8 billion coffees are consumed in Taiwan annually, meaning each person on average knocks back 122 cups a year. But most of these caffeine addicts have never considered how many dregs are produced by their habit.
The coffee we drink is only 2% of the coffee bean itself. The other 98% becomes organic waste, so there's an awful lot produced. And it's wet waste, so when you put it in an incinerator, it doesn't burn properly, and that creates air pollution.
Every week we fill up one of these big bins. We try to teach customers that they can take the dregs home and dry them, and then put them in their shoe rack or the toilet or the bathroom to dehumidify the air and get rid of the odors.
Some cafes dry their dregs in the sun and let the customers ask for them. But the speed the dregs are produced far outstrips the demand, and most of them still get thrown in the rubbish. Here in Ming-deYilan, just a few hours after opening his stall at the market, this fishmonger has already filled up a large bucket with fish scales, gills, and organs.
There are 20 or 30 fish stalls in Luodong. Every morning they collect about 100 kilos of offcuts. You can imagine what 100 kilos a day adds up to every month. It must be pushing 10,000. The garbage truck takes it. Where else can you throw it? There's nowhere to put it.
Fish offcuts, like coffee dregs, are produced in great quantities every day and are often thrown into the rubbish dumps. But there are some who know how to make good use of these waste products. This organic farmer from Yilan, Lin Tsu-chi, uses fish offal to create an organic enzyme fertilizer. He combines the liquid fertilizer produced by the fish with coffee dregs to stop it running off the land when it rains.
We mix coffee dregs with the organic liquid fertilizer and put it into the soil. After the fertilizer has been absorbed by the crops, the coffee is also organic matter. You can leave it in the soil and gradually the microorganisms inside will convert it into nutrients for the crops.
And that's how dregs and offal become gold and silver. One environmental protection group is trying to start a coffee dregs revolution in Linkou District in New Taipei, and 10 coffee shops are already on board.
Because Linkou is a new district, its coffee shop industry is growing faster than anywhere else in New Taipei. Most of our partners are young people, many of whom have come back to their hometown from the big city. They want to do something for their community. If you mix coffee dregs with animal matter to make fertilizer, you can save those surplus dregs from being thrown away or burnt and give them a new life.
We don't use these dregs so we have to throw them out, but it's better if someone can reuse them. That's great.
And for the cafe owners, there's another motive to join in. The Green Movement also aims to help society by providing activities for children with special needs. Pupils with Down syndrome at New Taipei Special School come and make potting soil, using fish offcuts and coffee dregs.
I've always hoped that disadvantaged groups like children with Down syndrome could take part in activities to do with farming in the earth. It's got such a strong connection to life. I think it's relatively easy for them to take part in this kind of thing. It's not as complex as industry and business.
Currently, the plan to establish a green coffee dregs movement is just getting started in Linkou, but the group behind it hopes that their model and the coffee dregs potting soil can spread to more areas.
In future, we're going to expand to the whole of Taiwan. We hope we can provide our experience and skills to everyone free of charge. Our core ideas are resource sharing and encouraging everyone to start thinking about how many waste materials in their daily lives can be given a new lease of life. We want people to treasure this beautiful island of Taiwan. So much of our soil in Taiwan has already been polluted, and we really produce too much waste. We want to advocate environmental education and environmental justice.
Environmental consciousness is gradually rising, and the circular economy is a big buzzword right now. All kinds of industries are coming up with original uses for seemingly useless byproducts. Even coffee dregs can be used to dehumidify, get rid of bad smells and bugs, and even improve soil quality. So next time you enjoy a good espresso, why not take home a bag of dregs? You won't just do the earth a favor, you might get some of your own problems solved too.